Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Growing Up. Hopefully, we find Richard again. So where we left off was we were trying to make Carolyn appear more like her age because in the face, she does not look like she's 14. But that was not very doable because of the clothes. So we did our best, and we're probably getting fired from being a store clerk. You peek around the inside of the police department some. Hey, what are you doing? You see a rather imposing middle-aged woman bearing down on you. I just wanted to see what a police department looked like. You consider becoming a cop someday? Maybe? Hey Marv, I'm gonna show this kid around some. An officer behind the desk kind of gives a half-hearted wave. Stick with me, kid. I can show you some of the basics. So, what do you think of cops? I mean, I always try and respect the police. Good kid, good kid. She walks you through some of the police stations, shows you things like the holding cell and the interrogation room. Nothing all that interesting, I know, but if you haven't already, don't count out SMP or Serve and Protect as a field of work. You get to help people every day, and honestly, there are much worse things to do with your life. She finally lets you go right when she thinks you're getting too bored. Oh, I'm Riley. Nice to meet you, Officer Riley. Just Riley, retired. Don't worry, you didn't know. Stop by any time, kid. Sounds like she's serious. Oh. Interesting. So, I guess you can get protection. Not that kind of protection, but you can get protection. What does this do? Ow! That looks just like me doing physical fitness training. That's amazing. I love that. High school, a new time of growing pains and hopes. Everybody seems to have a new body or look, a chance to change. You spot Wendy headed for the lobby. She definitely changed her style. You haven't seen each other since school ended except at the mall. She looks even more unique now, but still a bit too distant. You see a group of mean girls walk by Wendy, laugh at her cruelly. You can't stand to see anybody bullied, much less Wendy. We're going the asshole route though, aren't we? I'd leave her alone. You think about going over to comfort Wendy, but what do you say? Wendy turns to see you watching her from a distance, nowhere to hide. You see her hard glare and clenched fist as she turns towards class. School days are here again. I don't know if we pissed her off or not. I mean, to be fair, like, what can you say? So, am I really an asshole? Oh, okay, this really helps with your mental health. It really does not make them like you very much. So, I guess if our mental health is low and their expectations are high, we can just do paper RPGs. Which sounds good. The project will see you working in pairs over several terms. This is a long-term social study requiring cooperation, teamwork, and the ability to schedule. The classroom is a mix of groans and curious hums. And no, you will not choose your pair as I shall, and my decision is final. The groans easily drown out the curious hums of that declaration. Our first pair are Carolyn and Kato Ababio! Kato Ababio, the king of the grade sheet, undisputed top student, Ice King Kato. That's pretty much all anyone knows about him. The rest of the class fades away as you glance toward him. He doesn't so much as look your way, even after the bell rings. Kato methodically packs his bag. Even as you approach, he barely notices you. I have never met him before. And he's kind of fine. He's kind of fine, bro. So, Kato? It's cool. I can do it alone if you want. Huh? Finally, the stoic grade prince meets your eye. I know projects like this are a hassle. Generally, people just... I don't mind at all. Easier for me to do it unless you get the grade. We'll work together. Why would you think I don't want to do the work myself? You want to do the work? Why? I said I don't mind. You probably have things you'd rather do, so... I'm here to learn. I'm probably gonna do that if you do it for me. He presses his lips in thought. Well, I mean... yeah. Suddenly, he looks at his watch. I have to go now. But, and just like that, he's gone. You're not sure how that conversation actually ended up. Leaving school, you spot Kato unchaining his bike. A rusted, battered thing, covered with stickers you don't recognize. He looks entirely uninterested in anything around him. I don't know. I've never met Kato, so I'm interested. Hey, Kato! Oh, hi. Look, I want to work on the project with you. I'm here to learn, and working with you is a good way to... Kato's eyes narrowed slightly behind his glasses. Let's meet in the library during a lunch break then. Oh, lunchtime? We have a free study period in the afternoon, so I'll be studying then. Lunchtime is better for me. Unless you'd rather I just get on with it? You dread to think how much studying it takes to be on Kato's level. Lunchtime in the library. Got it. Good. He hops onto the bike as if you just said goodbye, and off he goes, on a bike that looks rather small for him. So he must have, like, a poor background. I don't know yet. Like I said, I've never met him. So, after PE class, you head for your locker but stop in the bathroom. You enter the girls' room to find Wendy alone and looking upset. She hears you enter and quickly turns on the faucet to make sound. Hey, Carolyn. Hi. You want to say something, but you have to take care of business first. Wendy doesn't wait to give you a chance. She heads out the door. As the school day ends, you pack up your books and happily step outside. You're lucky that you get a ride home from your parents, who are on a break. Wendy waits alone as kids push onto crowded buses and into family cars. You step over to the curb where you have to wait as Wendy keeps waiting. Hey, Wendy. Oh, hi, Carolyn. Finally decided to say something you didn't last time? You blush as you realize that she saw you do nothing and she was bullied. It was too late and I didn't know what to do. Yeah, neither did I. You look at Wendy's serious face. She's going through a lot in school. You make a firm decision. Wendy, my parents will give you a ride with us. Don't worry about it. Wendy looks at the packed bus ahead. But if that's cool with your parents, Wendy finds out it's more than cool, and you both have a fun ride home. Yay! So I guess, which fair enough. I mean, I can see why she would be upset. I mean, I would be as well if my friend saw me getting bullied and didn't do anything. So I get it. I get it. The library at lunchtime is pretty deserted, which is little wonder because who'd want to be in here at lunchtime, but you've agreed to meet Cato to discuss your project. Oddly though, you can't see him at any of the study tables. You're about to give up and leave the quiet library when you spy Cato, sitting at one of the computers at the back of the room. You've not really used him much yourself, but he seems busy. Hey, Cato. You've never seen him move so fast. With lightning speed, you see the cursor fly to one of the windows on his screen. He clicks something on the top bar and one window vanishes. Oh, hi. You, said we should meet to chat about the project. Oh, that was today? I'm sorry. I don't think I can. It's okay. If now is about time, we can do it another day? Maybe you'll get a lunch break after all. Sorry. Cato seems nervous. It's not something you expected to see from his aloofness at all. He's glancing between you and the screen, looking cornered. I have to, without saying exactly what he has to do, Cato picks up his bag. With his head lowered, he practically runs past you and away. When he's gone, he looks at the screen. You don't know much about the new tech Cato is clearly confident with, but you do spy a flashing bar toward the bottom of the screen. You're pretty sure he meant to close that window, but instead it's been minimized and it's active. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you click the flashing bar. A window opens up, a gray border around a white box filled with text. You've not used one yourself, but you recognize the format, a chat room. You don't understand most of what you're reading. The last message has a blinking dot after it. It seems to be coming from Barbarian Blue. Okay, interesting. Knight Errant, roll a d6 plus your strength modifier. Oh, he must play like... Okay, either he's being like bullied online, or he's playing RPGs, like probably Dungeons and Dragons. That could be it. So he's like secretly a nerd, but he doesn't want to be a nerd, if that makes sense. Like he's scared of losing that reputation of a scholar. So that can make sense. That can make sense. And that does make sense. Oh, well, that failed. You finally made it to Friday and the magical weekend in Rome after your parents have proof you actually finished your homework. That makes you think about Wendy and her experiences at school. You find yourself with a little crush on Wendy, but with no plan of action. You don't want to open up too much or ruin a friendship, so you make a plan. Either you ask her to go for a nice evening walk in the park to talk, or you forget about it and just go bowling together as pals. So, if I'm right, Wendy might be Arrow Ace. I don't know for sure. I can't remember. So, I'm gonna try. Hopefully, but we have Kato as a backup. As a friend. So yeah. You convince Wendy to go for a walk in the park before the Starcade. Wendy seems able to ignore people who stare at her prosthetic. You can't. Hey, does it bother you when people, look at you? Depends. I don't notice it anymore, and sometimes it's a compliment. Most people are just curious. Some are just buttholes like at school. Just wait until I get out of here and make my own bionic hand. She holds up her prosthetic with a Terminator-style flourish. I'll be back. I can't wait! This might seem weird to say, but I think you're cool. Thanks, Carolyn. You too? I don't get along with the other girls here. I know some can be really mean, but not all of us. What about, boys? What about them? Gross. The boys at our school are totally immature. Yes, they are, and totally dumb. So, you don't like anybody else? I don't like anybody here. Boys, girls, they all have cooties. Gee, thanks. Wendy can see you like her, but she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. I like you, Carolyn. I'm glad we're friends. I don't have many here. And you were different than most of the other kids in this town. Like you, it seems hard. Yeah, but I like being me, even if it's a pain in the ass. I'm totally glad we went out to the park. Good choice. You walk silently to the park, each thinking private thoughts. After your honest talk, both of you seem more relaxed with each other. The heavy weight of a school crushes off your shoulders forever, so naturally you head off to the bowling alley to release energy. You're surprised when You're surprised Wendy is so into bowling because she hates school PE, but it turns out you don't need two hands to bowl and Wendy is a pro. She ignores the teens and adults who stare at her prosthetic, but Wendy always talks patiently to the kids who ask about her arm. And after she scores major strikes, the crowd applaud her and Wendy blushes. Of course she beats your sad score, but nobody cares because you had a blast. Despite all the pain and drama, sometimes being a teenager is cool. Kato is leaning heavily on the lockers as he puts books into his bag. He looks exhausted. Wow, you okay? Huh? He squints, blinks, pulls up his glasses, and then stands straight. Oh, Carolyn, hello. You look tired. Are you sleeping okay? Kato tries to stand straighter, but you can see the effort it's taking. I'm not sleeping much. Studying is more important than sleep right now. Looks to me like maybe you need to take things a little easier. Can't keep those grades up if you fall asleep during exams. I would never. A yawn takes over even as Kato tries to fight it, clinging to his books. If I want to be a doctor, I need to get used to another yawn, and this time he rolls with it. Okay, yeah, I'm a bit on the tired side. A doctor, huh? I can see that. You can? I mean, you're smart enough for sure. Well, I hope so. You start to see the now familiar look on his face. The look that says he needs to be doing something else. Hey, would you like to take a break maybe? A break? You look exhausted. Why not pause the study and come to the diner with me? Kato grips his bag tightly, a bag now full of heavy textbooks. How many subjects is this guy taking? A break. Even doctors eat, right? Yeah, they do. It might not surprise you to know that I've not been here before. You're right, that doesn't surprise me. You're sat in a booth at the local diner waiting for your meal. Kato looks a little more awake after downing a coffee with impressive speed. Where do you tend to go? Go? You know, when you're not working. Oh, I guess I'm not away from computers much. I like the internet cafe, or... A server unceremoniously dumps a plate in front of each of you. Kato picks up a fry and pops it into his mouth. So who's Barbarian Blue? Kato nearly spits out the fry. He just put his mouth. Uh-oh, he's angry. What? Sorry, I may have seen your chat log the other day. Kato drops his head into his hands. Oh man, I left the window open in the library. Such an idiot. I thought I closed that. It's not a big deal, I was just curious. But it is a big deal, you don't understand. Ugh, I don't suppose you can pretend you didn't see? So the great Kato Ababio sometimes uses computer for fun, so what? No one expects you to work all the time, but what wasn't? Kato levels a look at you, he seems to be weighing up a choice, and then he sighs, resigned. Okay, so I play a game with some friends, online. A game? With people from school? God, no! No one at school really wants to know me as anything but a brain on legs. To be fair, you don't make it very easy. The people I play with, I don't really know who they are. A couple are based nearby, some around the world. We come together online, and we take on characters, run adventures. His voice trails off as if he's suddenly embarrassed. It's fun. Oh, so like Cells and Sorcery or something, but on the web? So that might be this world's Dungeons and Dragons. Kato looks at you in wonder, his jaw dropping. Exactly like Cells and Sorcery. You know about that? I mean, sure, I've never played, but I know about it. But I didn't know you could do that on the internet. We use chat rooms. I think we're all a bit more comfortable that way. Wow, Kato, you have a secret life, and it sounds kind of cool. Kato laughs suddenly. Cool is not really a word I'd use, but yeah, it is a secret life. You probably notice I'm not brilliant with people, and I know I have to work hard to live up to expectations. My parents, my teachers, my own, I want to live up to it all. Sometimes it's nice to have somewhere to escape to, though, virtually speaking. But I may be putting too many hours in recently between study and the game. No wonder you're so tired. It's surprisingly easy to talk to Kato now that you know his secret. He's not the stuffy, snooty brainiac he seems in school at all. Eventually, the meal is finished and Kato carefully counts out coins for his half. Maybe our next project session can be done with fries. That sounds good, actually. I've never thought about doing work here. I don't normally work alone, so... Not this time! He smiles at you, then gives a small yawn and a stretch. Not this time, so I'll take a side order of fries with my study. You give a wave as Kato picks up his bag and makes to leave. You've had a look behind the curtain at the smartest kid in school. Ha! Real. That's awesome. Told you I would be a failure! After the weekend, you're not ready for Monday, but it's not your choice. You're also not excited about going to PE class. It's too early to exercise. Your grumbling, shuffling classmates move around you like zombies. Except for Wendy, who heads in the opposite direction of PE class. Cutting class 101. You step in front of Wendy. Hey, Wendy, I had fun on Friday going out bowling and stuff. Yeah, so did I, but I gotta go now. Don't tell me you're cutting class. Okay, I won't. So where are you going? Cutting class? I won't tell you I'm cutting class, but I'm cutting class. What? Why? You hate PE that much? I hate square dancing that much, and those mean girls hate on me. I don't want to deal with the boys acting weird and the girls laughing. They won't when I'm around. Thanks, but you won't always be around, and I can take care of myself. You're right, and hanging out in the library is better than square dancing. Hell yeah! I can read horror magazines and design some new makeup effects. You feel a twinge of jealousy that Wendy prefers the library to you, even though you know it's not all about you in this case. You wish your walk in the park had gone different, but here you are. But you know she needs the support of a friend, or whatever you two are now. Hey, you know you can also use that extra time to study and do homework. Oh, thanks, Mom and Dad. Well, get decent grades and you can finally join the drama club. Yeah, I think I'm already in drama club. It's called high school. I know. Okay, I don't want to be late to PE. The coach won't let me out. See you later. Have fun doing the hokey pokey or whatever you squares dance. You actually see Wendy laugh as she heads off towards the library. Dang, I really wish she reciprocated. She'd be such a cool romantic partner in the game. But it's very cool that they have Arrow Ace characters, because I'm Arrow Ace. So I like seeing that representation. Wandering the shops, you happen to stray close to an internet cafe. Walking past Wendy, you spot a familiar figure at one of the desks. Kato is hunched over one of the computers, chin on one hand. The screen's glow reflected in his glasses. Every now and then he seems to look nervously over his shoulder, before focusing back on the screen in front of him. The place isn't big, but it feels even smaller for the narrow walkway. Surrounded by banks of computers, many of the users look pretty settled in. Some have even brought snacks. The net cafe smells faintly of crisp and pop. As you get near to Kato's desk, you see he's tapping away in a chat window. How's the Blue Barbarian doing? Whoa! He nearly jumps from his seat, but when Kato sees you, he laughs. Dude, you scared me. Sorry, I thought you were some kind of wizard and you know I was here. Kato pushes up his glasses, looking almost proud as he corrects you quietly. I'm a paladin, not a wizard. You smile and look over his shoulder at the screen, reading the text. I knew that. And it's not a blue barbarian. Barbarian blue is the handle of, well, our barbarian. Are they blue though? I don't believe so. You read the last two chat logs. Whoa, your party are in trouble. We had just fallen to a giant pit beneath a gladiatorial arena. We have to work out what the mole-like monster of the arena wants from us, or we become the next round of entertainment. On the screen, you see a character called Spellcaster Red typing. Knight Errant is right. This isn't an instruction, it's a riddle. What do they mean by that? We were asked to extinguish the Lightbringer. So our barbarian threw our torch into a puddle. Thankfully, our wizard can cast a spell onto us, but suddenly the screen in front of you both turns to black. One small window tells Kato that his time shot is up on his machine. Oh no, that was not a good place to stop. Kato stands up entirely calm. It's okay, we're used to this sort of thing. The net is unreliable at times. I'm so sorry, I made you tell me about it and I'm just amazed you're actually interested. I hope poor spellcaster Red doesn't get tired holding that light spell. Kato smiles at that, an oddly fond expression on his features. She'll be fine, she's amazing. One day at school, you see Wendy sneaking around holding a big bag. There's obviously something in it. You notice a mischievous grin on Wendy's face. You're curious what she's up to and decide to follow her. Unfortunately for you, she's pretty quick and you lose her in the school's corridors. Oh well, guess we'll find out soon enough what it is she's up to. Who knows what she's up to? I don't know. A bomb. The bomb. Definitely a bomb. As you look for a spot to sit at the tables in the work area, you see Kato. He's poring over a book, his head in one hand, scribbling notes furiously. You choose a space at the table near him. You can see that in the book it's a social sciences book. Whatever, I read that wrong. The subject that your joint project is on is clearly working hard, but more than that, he looks exhausted. As you lean onto the table, conspiratorially, he looks up. I was thinking about the riddle. The tiredness fades a little as a spark of excitement lights his eyes. The Lightbringer? Me too. I love that you thought about it. What were your conclusions? Lightbringer. I hardly remember. Let's add a torch. I mean, I think your barbarian wasn't wrong. A torch is a Lightbringer. Yes, but nothing happened after the torch went out. But your session time's out. Maybe you've all been saved by your barbarian? Kato stretches and smirks, kindly. Or maybe a low intelligence stat acted before thinking. It's not always bad to act without thinking, you know. You may be right. He looks back to the book and notes in front of him. But sadly, fantasy adventure must wait for now, because a real life level up is more important in this moment. You can see Kato looks like he's got a new burst of energy though. He starts to talk you through his findings. You expand on his notes. By the time the bell rings, you've achieved a lot together. I think we make a good team, and I don't say that lightly. I agree, you make the stuff feel a lot easier to manage. As you help gather his books and notes, you see a pattern, the repeated code-like scribble. SCR4KE. You watch Kato, and you can't help but feel he's like some kind of puzzle himself that you feel close to solving. So what exactly is Scrake? Is it a coded message, a pet name? It's kind of cool sounding. Sounds a bit like some evil enemy in it. Ha! Yep, you got me. He's the dark sorcerer in the story I'm writing. Kato's grin is a bit too wide. His answer is a bit too enthusiastic. Would you play along as you focus on your own bag? Oh yeah? Cool. I'd love to read it one day. He smiles, but looks a little pained as he does, the tiredness returning. Yeah, of course. Though, how you have time to write as well as you don't bother finishing your sentence. Kato has managed to slip away, like the enigma he apparently still is. You wake up groggy and reluctant to get out of bed for another school day. Then you remember that you had a weird dream about Wendy. You feel closer after you're talking to Park, but you're worried about her. And you remember you have to drop off books at the library before PE. You're glad you supported Wendy's choice to hang out in the library, but you haven't seen much of Wendy since square dancing started. You think about your park walk and the fun you both had out afterwards. Then you spot Wendy alone in a corner, huddled over a stack of books, in her makeup bag. Wendy sees you and puts a finger to her mouth as a shh. Then she gets up, grabs her bag, and waits mysteriously for you to follow. Wendy leads you from the library to the field where you first met her. What is going on? It's kind of weird. I am weird according to my folks and teachers, and the mean girls. And I'm not gonna waste time fighting off bullies here. Wendy holds up her makeup bag. Wait, what do you got inside there? Oh, you and everybody got found out. Wahahaha. You're not serious about this, are you? Come on, I have to find out if my effects really are special. Hey, it's almost Halloween. So what's your plan? Trick or treat. Wendy waves her prosthetic arm and runs off. You follow hoping to find out more about her ominous mystery plan. You walk around the school looking for Wendy until you finally find her. Outside the PE gym, holding her makeup bag like it's top secret. Hey Wendy, what is going on? Did you ever see that movie? No, I know you didn't see that one. Anyway, since the mean girls gave me a hook as a present, I'm giving them a hand. Revenge! Wendy shows you a fake bloody latex hand inside her makeup bag. Oh, gross. You made that? It's so real, but what are you gonna do? Leave this inside the locker room. So are you gonna help me, Carolyn? Yes. You look at Wendy for a moment. Sometimes you have to say, what the? Okay, you're a bad influence on me, but if I can't go to R-rated films, let's do this. Totally awesome. Now, I need you to watch out for the coach or anybody coming by, okay? For the flourish, Wendy takes out the bloody latex hand. Just call me Wendy Kruger. You and Wendy sneak towards the gym to carry out an early Halloween trick. Things don't go well after that. Uh-oh. Scary. Oh no. Wait, the music's sad. Oh no. I'm scared. I don't want to do this anymore. What if I skip it? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. From the moment Kato arrived at your front door, books in hand, he knew something had changed. His confidence seemed to have taken a dip, even for him. Now, in what was meant to be a study session, you're finding out why. Kato looks miserably at you and waves his hand at the books around him. This is what I'm good at. Reading, studying, hiding. But ask me to hold a conversation with someone and I balk. What kind of future doctor can't actually talk to his patients? You sit back, pondering the story you've just been told. I can't believe you met someone from the internet. I wish he told me. Maybe you couldn't have helped. This is on me. And I did not ace the mission. But Spellcaster Red and you already knew each other. You talk all the time on the web, right? Kato removes his glasses and rubs tired eyes. Maybe that's easier. Maybe I feel safer that way. I was just so nervous without the keyboard, and maybe she wouldn't like what she saw. As he puts his glasses back on, you think you see the signs of tears. Oh. Wait. Oh, I feel so bad. It's giving me the feels, man. Kato, you're better with people than you think you are. He looks as if he doesn't agree with you. We talk a lot, don't we? I'm a person. Sure, but would he have talked to me if we hadn't been paired up that time? I didn't make it easy for you. Okay, yeah, that's true, but you seemed cold and a bit unfriendly. You know what really changed all that, though? Kato gives a shrug. I got to know you. I don't think you see yourself for who you are, Kato. Even though you're caught up in being Kato the boy genius. Future doctor. But underneath the genius is someone fun to be around. And that's not a life you should be keeping a secret. He looks unsure how to respond, but you know you struck a chord. Thank you. I mean it. Ah! I love him. I love him. I've never met him and I love him. Oh my gosh. That's so sweet. Because, like, I feel that. Because I have an online best friend and I know she's watching this. And we plan to meet at some point in the future. And I'm actually terrified that I'm not going to be what she thought I was. And I'm scared that I may disappoint her. So I absolutely feel Kato's situation a lot. Unfortunately, after the mean girls find Wendy's literal handiwork, she is suspended for a week, but her trick is a treat for the school. And the staff and students are impressed by her makeup effect skills. The school's drama club actually asked for her help in their first production. In the end, Wendy reluctantly agrees, and a few months later, we follow her to the Orpheus Theater for her first production as the official makeup artist. After the show, you meet with Wendy outside the school. So, how did you like it? The special effects were so great. You're so good at this. I know, right? It's actually quite fun doing stuff at the drama club. Told ya. Yeah, go ahead, rub it in. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Wendy looks at you in silence for a moment. Hey, thanks for believing me and for being such a great friend. You smile. So, want to cut class and go see a horror movie? Oh, come on. Now you want to cut class? You shrug. Nah, I think I'm done with that. I may not like school too much, but it's better just to have it over with, instead of dragging it out. You and Wendy went to a lot of horror movies together, some of which left a permanent scar on your psyche, I'm sure. Those nightmares featuring a guy being cut into tiny little cubes won't go away anytime soon. Luckily, there are many therapists in the city. As high school nears its end and graduation looms, you can't help but be happy that you and Wendy will remain friends for life. Aw, how sweet. School is drawing to an end, and you're on track for a good grade. There's no doubting who's to thank for a large percentage of one in class. At this moment, he's walking up a battered old bike. A bike that has only gotten smaller for him as time has gone on. School has gone on. Hi, Kato. Kato smiles warmly at you as he turns from the bike. It is the hero of the hour. Hey, I only pulled a lever. You and Spill cast a red saw at first. Yeah, but I wouldn't have had the guts to just pull it without a million checks. Ha! I think if I had it, Barbarian Blue would have. You could be right. Kato smiles and looks towards the school. Meanwhile, in real life, someone is about to find out that they're a certified genius. I hope so. I really want this. I need this to work out for my family, too. You grin. No dice needed here. You've worked your ass off. Thanks to you and the others for keeping me sane in between. You both headed to the school to collect your hard-earned grades. So, like I said, I do this how I'm gonna do it, and you can watch. And, yeah, have fun watching me do this. Well, we got a C. I can live with that. That's typically what I do get when I do this, because this one's hard. It's the last day of high school. There are no more classes to be had. What future awaits you? And most importantly, how did you do on your final SAT exam? You didn't care much about the exam. Whatever happens, happens. That's what you believed. Unfortunately, your parents didn't make it easy for you. They had completely different ideas about your future and your plans for it. You were on your own. Oh, damn. They disowned us. That's crazy. So much has happened on your journey through life. You discovered new places, learned and tried many different things. Most importantly, however, you've met many new people. You've learned from some, while others had a chance to become something more, your friends. Well, with some, you stayed close, while others shifted away for one reason or the other. All in all, you will remember your school years fondly. Kato's grades carried him through, and he easily climbed the academic ladder. He got a good education and a solid career as a doctor. He wrote a fantasy novel. Aww. But his passion was always reserved for the life he made for himself online. In time, online communities came and went, but he always found people he could talk to when he needed them. Oh no, okay. Richard. Richard! Richard. Okay, sorry. Richard never really got over his social hang-ups. He ended up teaching in the sound tech department of the local community college. He managed to help a lot of kids gain a love for music, but he never really put himself or his work out to the world. He continued to work on his own projects in secret. Wendy sticks with her makeup decision, but not as expansively. She figures it's an interesting hobby, but doesn't really see herself making a life out of it. Instead, she decides to swatch her parents a bit and focus on engineering, which she, not surprisingly, has talent for, if not a desire. She becomes one of the key figures in the country's space program. But how did your life turn out in the end? Who did you become? Your final SAT exam had a big impact on your future education and career. Your final SAT exam grade was a C. The academic performance of your class was far above average. If someone missed something, they simply asked you to explain. This tendency continued in university. After years of studying, you clearly understood that the greatest thing you can do with knowledge is to share it with others. You returned to school, but this time as a school teacher. In your adult life, you weren't alone. You had someone with you through both the good and bad. Someone very special. I'll be with a woman. Years after you left high school, you met Michelle! Oh, she's so pretty. I love her. You two fell in love and decided to get married. You were very happy together. And then, one day, your own child was born. And the journey through life began anew with a new hero and many, many new adventures. And that was growing up. So... And you started a new life! You started a new life. I'm gonna leave it to fate. I get black screen. It's a boy! Oh god. Okay. Let's just name him. I don't know actually. I'm really bad with guy names. William. I don't know. But as adorable as he is, we're ending that here. So I hope you enjoyed the series. If you want me to do William's life, let me know. Because his mother will actually be Carolyn. Because that continues. But you can't really interact with them or do anything with that. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed and stay safe. God bless.